Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to talk about something today that is becoming more popular, but I kind of wanted to show you what I did and how you guys can easily do this yourself, or obviously have an electrician or someone qualified depending on your state laws or county, city laws for what you're allowed to do as a homeowner. Where I'm able to make modifications to my own home. So before I go into any sort of how-to or what I did, just make sure in your area, if you plan on doing things like this, that you're following code and doing things by the book, okay? So what I'm gonna talk about today is a manual transfer switch, okay? So most people are familiar with manual transfer switches and running your house off generators. There's sort of the hillbilly way where you really just run in a core backfeed one of your panels, and being sure to close off the breaker so you're not backfeeding the grid, and then you can run your whole home that way. That is a way to do it. It's not the safest way, and it's certainly not recommended or hardwired in to be done that way. The way that I did it here, or let's go to the next one. So the other one would be to have a automatic generator that comes on, power goes out, the transfer switch switches everything over, generator is now powering your home. When utility returns, the generator automatically switches back. Those are phenomenal systems. Typically, those are going to be hardwired into, or not typically, they're hardwired into the home, and they're plumbed and gassed into the home or LP tank or whatever fuel source that you have available. Now, the third way is going to be sort of a combination of those, okay? So it's going to be a manual transfer switch. And there's all sorts of different manual transfer switch. You got scissors that do a whole sub panel, and then you have one like I have here, which would allow you to more or less connect a sub panel here that's got 10 breakers in it, and I pick and choose which of these breakers are connected to that portable generator. I'm going to show you how it looks from the outside of the home, how I tapped it into the home, and then of course how these connect to the breaker so it makes sense. All in all, I'll have to look and see exactly what my cost was. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I pretty much did a generator ready home for about $1,000. So that's not including the price of the generator. And that's a whole nother conversation about an appropriate generator for your home. Not every generator is putting out the quality of power you want to connect to your house, with the total harmonic distortion usually being 20 to 40% in a lot of the inexpensive generators. That's going to damage a lot of your electronics, refrigerators, freezers, any high-end electronics, computers that you don't have sine wave purifiers or anything like that on. So you want to be very careful about the generator that you are putting into your home, first of all, and then obviously we'll talk a little bit about how to do this. All right. So this particular device is made by a company called Connecticut Electric, okay? There are many devices similar to this. This just happened to be the one I grabbed. I got it off of Amazon. It seemed to be a good price, and it seemed to be easy installation, as well as just, like I said, nice features. So as you can see, there's all sorts of breakers in here, and I'm just going to zoom in here to kind of show you how this system operates. So I have everything labeled here. The way that this works is you tie it into the breaker in your main panel, and then you have the option to have line, which would imply that it is going through your breaker in your normal utility line, and then your generator, okay? So then you would be able to switch it to your generator once your generator is up and running. So you can also kill this right here from this breaker here. So really what you have is your load is going through two essential breakers, okay? The one in your main panel and here. And then this particular one gives you a 20 amp breaker, in which I have set up for my air conditioner. So obviously in the wintertime you don't need that. However, for summertime, that is going to take up a lot of your load, especially on a portable generator. And some portable generators, depending on your size, might not be able to do that. This device has an amp meter here, or excuse me, wattage meter here, showing you the amount of work that is being done on each of the loads, because this is a 240 system. So you're gonna have one line showing independently of that second line, so you can really, as you're setting it up on the generator, you would be able to balance your load if you weren't sure of what was actually going to be on it. So it is a really nice little feature. What you're seeing here is more or less the connecting wires from my plug that comes directly from outside. I am not an electrician, but I really just used a watertight conduit, brought it down, connected it. And then this is what the interior looks like. As you can see, we just got a basic conduit going here. The emergen switch is what they call it, like emergency generator switch. It does come with your owner's manual. It's going to have multiple ways to do it, and then it's going to really kind of walk you through that whole process, how to set it up, and it's a fairly simple system. Like I said, you just kind of have to have your general or very basic understanding of electrical wiring. If you do not have that, I would highly recommend you get someone to do this for you, because the last thing you want is a situation where you're going to be burning down your house with electrical wiring issues, or obviously causing yourself personal injury. So one of the things I wanted to show you quick was just real simply how it goes. Let's look at C. Okay, so that's your C line right there, and so they're all labeled. As you can see, this one says C, across from that is H in the kids' rooms. That's just their lighting in their room and that power for that particular circuit. So if we go in here, one thing that you're not going to be able to see just from how close we're going to be able to get is this. You have two wires coming from each of these breakers. So one of the breakers is going to have, like I said, well, you know what? I know where D is, so we're going to look at D. So D is right here, and that is going to be going out to your load, okay? And then this red wire, as I said, coming off utility, going from here and going out to the emergen switch, okay? And that is going to be passing through that breaker, coming back on here, on D, and going out to that load. So that's really the flow. Utility to here, to the emergen switch, and then back out to your load. Okay, so you got two wires for each of those breakers over here. Now, for your double pole, which are right here, you're going to have two. As you can see, there's two red landed right there. That's going out to what was the E and the J breaker. So that's going to allow you to run the 240 line, right, or 240 breaker. And that's truly as simple as it is. As long as you can keep that understood and just do that and get some basic wire nuts or whatever is appropriate for connections in your area, that's it. And then for the next step would be, okay, power goes out, so now there's no more utility on this panel. Let's just show you. So next step would be simply to go outside, turn on your generator, and then what we can do, let's say AC furnace, right? My furnace is on a different breaker than the traditional air conditioner unit itself. Generator's running. There's no power on the utility. All I gotta do is hit gen, boom, and then I'm up and running. So we'll do an example here at the end of the video just to kind of show you how that process works. So here's my generator area. So when I know a storm's coming, this is either outside or it is going to be in the shed ready to go, and then I just pull it out, and then I have this cover for sort of a temporary situation where I know a storm is coming, and if we have to, we'll be good to go. So take this off. And then this is going to be a Kohler 9.0E. And the thing about portable generators is whatever the number is, if it's a 9.0, if it's a 12, typically that's going to be its max surge, and it's going to be derated a little bit. So this is a 9.0, however, continuously it can run 7.2 kilowatts, okay? This is like I said, a Kohler 9.0E, Kohler engine, Kohler alternator. These are actually no longer made. If you can find one of these, they're one of the best out there probably ever made as far as an open frame generator goes, because you're still getting that really clean pure power, about 5 to 6% total harmonic distortion, 5% being what the grid has to be, whereas a lot of product out there is going to be, like I said, in that 20 to 40% range, which will absolutely fry your electronics, and a lot of HVAC systems won't even use that. So Going on over here, I don't know if you can see this, but I got my twist lock plug right here on this generator. It's on the generator. I have my cable ready to go, and let me pick you up here and show you. So this is the generator control panel. This isn't necessarily what the video is about, but you would just have it ready to go. This particular unit has a idle setting for if there's not a lot of load on it, and then it's got an electronic start, which will crank it. So I find this setup, it's obviously not as convenient as a automatic one, but realistically, as an able-bodied guy, coming out here, literally hitting this button, and then I would have this either connected or ready to be connected if in case of a storm was coming or an unexpected power outage. All I gotta do is plug it in here, and then I just gotta make sure it's in my where are we at here? I just gotta make sure I got the right twists in. All right, and then this other side, run it. And now I'm good to go. So what I'm gonna do, get this generator up and running just to kind of show you how the system operates. Put my choke on and my crank. It helps if you turn the fuel on. Now let's give it a go. When you hear that idle, that's because this idle feature's on. So this plug is telling you it's a little blinky right here. It's telling you it's not at that perfect 60 hertz. When you turn that idle feature off, I know it shows it blinking in the camera here, but it's not it's not looking at it with your eyes. So that's kind of interesting, but as expected, I suppose. So it's a solid light. So I am not sure if the audio is picking up the generator, but the generator is now running outside. It's right over here in this corner. That twist lock plug is right here. I am connected. I'm providing power to the house, or at least to the switch at this point. What I'm going to do is simulate a power outage right here. Now everything is out, and of course my lights are gone too now. So first thing I'm going to do is let's do basement lights. So now that is on the generator. Not a lot of load right there. We're going to put the refrigerator and the microwave on. We'll see. So that one took it up. So the fridge, you can see, kind of came on. I'm having my wife start the microwave here, so we might get another bump. Freezer. This is in the basement as well. The fridge upstairs must have stopped. AC furnace, so there's clearly a light connected there. TV room, it's gonna have my TV, Wi-Fi, stuff like that. Bedroom, probably nothing going on there. Kids room. And garage door. If you have an auto garage door, don't forget to put that on here or you're not going anywhere if the power's out. So, as you can see, my house is not pulling a lot of power at all. So my generator that's rated for 7.2 continuous is not even above 2 right now. So, I mean, we're at 750, 750. So, oh, there we go. That was a good jump. Something just hit. I'm guessing that was the microwave with the addition of the 2 freezers. So just to kind of show you how cool this is, showing you exactly what's going on the generator. Obviously, if you're going to go this route, go ahead and make sure that everything is done correctly to code. And then, of course, ideally done by a professional. If you plan on doing it DIY, make sure that's acceptable in your area. Most places it is, but there are some places in the US and Canada that I'm sure that the big old government wants to slap your hand for doing something on your own property, but not where I live. We're still America. Anyways, going on, there could be a lot of videos made from this video. One, choosing the appropriate generator. Not all generators are the same. Not all electricity is the same. You're going to want a generator that has a good voltage regulation, has a good frequency regulation, and of course a low total harmonic distortion. It's one of the most important specs when you're getting a generator, standby, automatic, or portable. It is absolutely crucial that you have a very low total harmonic distortion. Just to give you a number, 5% is what the grid has to be, so you want to be below that or as close to that as possible. I would say I wouldn't go anything on my house above 10%. Simple as that, okay? That's sort of the threshold that's where you're getting into bad. You will see after watching this and looking at it, most open frame portable generators are going to be anywhere from 20 to 40%, just to kind of put that in perspective. So you would be potentially putting very, very dangerous, not dangerous necessarily, but destructive voltage, frequency, and of course the heat and the excess, the dirty power coming off of that product. So just be very careful of that, especially if your house has sensitive electronics. Obviously everybody's got refrigerators, freezers, all those electronics in there get wrecked by that type of stuff. So very, very important to watch out for. Maybe we can do a video on how to shut it up, how to start the generator, how to run the generator, what to expect with the process for starting and shutting down. So again, lots of things. Also, what to do, what type of wiring to use. Obviously, you want to make sure you're meeting the, not all wires are the same for you do-it-yourselfers out there. You got to make sure that if, for example, this one was rated for, I believe, 35 or 50 amps, so I have the appropriate cable size, copper, to handle 50 or 35 amps of voltage. I apologize, can't remember exactly what it is. But you can't be putting thin wires because they're cheaper on there, because then what you're doing is you're going to be creating heat, you're going to be creating damage, and then you're going to be creating an unsafe condition. So most of you, that's going to be common sense, but there's going to be guaranteed there's some people who are like putting 16 gauge wire on there. So just be smart about it, and that's really it. So hopefully hopefully the video was informative. I'm just kind of rambling now. If you got any questions, feel free. I will help you to the best of my ability. Have a good one.